this is HC Bailey, and welcome to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIII! Nah, just kidding, viewers. I'm simply testing my new HD PVR to see how it handles recording from my PS3 and how YouTube handles the encoding. For this tech demo, I'll be demonstrating one of my favorite boss fights in the game. But just so you know, I'll be skipping the FMV, so if you just want a sample of the game, but you don't want me to spoil the plot, you're fine. The only thing that'll be spoiled are the names of the characters, the boss I'm fighting, and, well, the epic boss music during it. So, if that's not your cup of tea, well, stop watching here, then. And I'm going to go over, some new things that are in this game, just to see if it interests you. So let's take a look at where I am. Yeah, I know, it took me 24 hours to get here. I was really screwing around in the game, and I just fought every monster I could find, and I know it should have taken me more like 15 hours to get here, but oh well. Now, just so you know, my strategy here is based on my first playthrough of the game. I am far from an expert on this game. I'm sure there's probably better setups, equipment, and strategies that I could have used, but oh well, I didn't. I've literally done no research on the game. So, should I decide to LP this, I'll certainly have something better going on by the time I actually do get there. So let's take a look at the job classes we got here. We got simple job classes in this game, not too many of them. Let's take a look. We got, we got Commando here. It's essentially your offensive melee type class. We've got Ravager, which is your offensive mage type class. They use magic and everything like that. There's also, Ravagers are also the best at chaining attacks, which I'll go over later. And then there's the Medic, which is your defensive mage class, your healer. That's essentially what they do. Let's take a look at someone else here. Here we go. We also have the Sentinel job class. It's essentially your defensive melee type class, or the tank of the game. So I really like how they brought it into the game. It also reduces damage from multi-targeting attacks, things like that. Then we have the Synergist, which is essentially your buffing job class. They cast Haste, some of them cast Protect. Let's see what else we got. On Saz here, we got Bravery and Faith. Bravery essentially boosts your physical attacks. Faith boosts your magical attacks. So pretty simple there. And then finally we have the Saboteur job class, essentially the debuffing job class, like De-Protect, D-Shell. The important one for this boss fight here, well, it's not incredibly important, but better than a sharp stick in the eye. We got Imperil, which reduces their elemental resistances. It gives them, well, essentially elemental weaknesses on the target. So that's how that works. So pretty simple, not too many, bizarre job classes out there. So let's take a look at paradigms. In Final Fantasy XIII here, you have, paradigms that let you change your job classes in the middle of the battle. You don't have access to all your commands all at once. I like to think of them as attack patterns, kind of like the tactics system in Dragon Warrior 4, only more intelligent. The action in these battles moves so fast that it only allows you to directly control your main character, while the other two will act automatically. But trust me, this is not a problem. I mean, it's fairly challenging, don't get me wrong, but it's, you get used to it. It's not that hard to figure out. I mean, I prefer direct control myself, but this does really make the battles go by a lot faster, and the system is very smart. I mean, it knows to look for elemental weaknesses, status immunities, and so on. I mean, it's not going to be an idiot like in Dragon Warrior 4! But anyway, so for the boss fight here, I like to start with 3 Ravagers because they can exploit elemental weaknesses, but more importantly, they fill up the chain gauge very quickly. What that means is that every enemy has a bar under their name. So when you attack them, it starts to fill up. And when you've attacked them enough times, you've filled up this chain gauge and stagger the enemy. When an enemy is staggered, it means their defense is dramatically lowered, and you should be able to kill them very quickly. However, if you just sit on your ass the whole time, the chain gauge will start to empty as well. So while Ravagers can fill it up very quickly, the gauge will also empty very quickly as well. So, sometimes you may want to throw in a Commando with a Ravager, or a Saboteur with a Ravager, so that way it drains slower, and you're still filling it up just as quickly. But in this case, we should be able to stagger the boss so quickly, it won't matter anyway. Now, eventually, we'll want to inflict some status ailments. So that's what I've got this paradigm for there, so that I can eventually do that. If for some reason that I need some healing during the battle, that's what the next one is for here. Basically, the reason I've got the commando there is so that I can prevent the chain gauge from dropping too fast while the medic is doing the healing there. And finally, it should never happen, but in a worst case scenario, if I really need a lot of healing, like I'm dying here, and I need that. So I have 2 medics on hand, and I've got the commando to keep the chain gauge from dropping too quickly there. So let's take a look at the equipment I've got here. I really put very little into upgrading my equipment, and I'm not going to discuss how that works here. But essentially, I've got the Axis Blade here for the ATB charge ability, and Brawler's Wristband for the strength boost there. And Doctor's Code, which I find very useful on my leader because it boosts the use of potions. The thing I really like about it is that it lets you heal without spending time on switching paradigms, so I really like that. So let's see, for Saz here, I like the Speaker Defenders because it gives you augment maintenance, which I guess could be nice, although it's probably not that useful in this battle. And I've got 2 Shaman's Marks for the magic boost there. And finally, for Vanille, I've got the Belladonna wand for the improved debuffing. Yeah, I suppose that could be useful here. And similarly, I've got the Shaman's Marks there. So, let's get ready for the boss. I just want to take a quick pause break here, and then we'll get started. Okay, so let's head on to the boss's chambers. Now, before entering there, we'll want to use some shrooms. Shrouds. They're items that you get that can start you off with a ton of buffs at the beginning of the next battle you go into. And they'll last about 5 minutes. So it's really important to save them for major boss battles, because unless you go out of your way to farm them, you're not going to have a whole lot of them throughout the game. So let's use a Fortisol for some offense, and an Aegisol for some defense, and we're all set and ready to go. Now, one thing you can do in Final Fantasy XIII is that you just pause the game, and you can select to skip the FMV. So that's pretty nice. I really like that. So, how bad could this guy possibly be? Whoa, holy crap! There are always giant robots. Always.
Nothing to you.
Okay, first things first, use a Libroscope on him. Okay, let's take a look at what we got here. You can press the R1 button to see what you got out of there, sort of pause the battle there. But first we have Bartandalus. We need to destroy its armor first in order to actually kill him. So first you gotta destroy its pauldrons, you can see there, and however you pronounce that, Eilets. But you see each of them has an elemental weakness, so we can take advantage of those with the Ravager there. So we got to take out all 4 of those before actually going on to Bartandalus himself. So let's do that, and I'm going to use Auto Chain for now, but if I need to, I'll select the actual commands I need themselves. So let's go after that guy. Let's see. Okay, that one is weak to ice, so basically I'm just going to be using Blizzard the whole time. Unfortunately, I do not have... what would the corresponding ability be? Ice Strike or Frost Strike? Whatever it is. I don't have that right now. So, but as you can see, I got the guy staggered there. So now I'm dealing a whole lot more damage to him. So let's see if I can take that guy out. There we go. Got him. Let's use a potion to heal up. Potions heal everyone, by the way. And then let's go after the next one. Okay, this one is weak to water there. So actually, I want to use Aqua Strike. So let's do that. Select all those there. There we go. You see that bar underneath the name there? That's the stagger bar there. And you saw how that was filling up real quickly when I was using the Ravagers there. So that's pretty nice. Let's finish him off there. Okay, got him. Now, if you're in the middle of an attack, you can actually cancel your commands with the circle button. So that's also pretty nice there, too. Okay, let's see what we got there. Okay, Thunder, so I want to use Spark Strike. Let's do that. But yeah, you see also how it's emptying a little bit there too as I'm waiting to enter my next command. So you got to be a little quick there to deal with it, but we should be okay. And just keep on using potions as long as you're not hurting too much. You got to be careful though, because if your leader dies, then your whole party is gone. I mean, you cannot let your leader die. Everyone else, you're fine. Oh, wait, I'm done with that one already. Let's go on to the next one. Fire, I do not have anything better. Actually, I need to use a potion real badly, like right now. And his spells get a little stronger as you, well, kill off more and more of his parts. So you got to be careful with that. But we should be okay. Once you start targeting the elemental weaknesses, you should be fine. Did I get it? No, I didn't quite get it yet. There it is. But yeah, there's a lot to keep track of when you're fighting this guy. Okay, now let's switch to Smart Bomb there, so he can start getting some debuffs on him. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Ow! Okay, so let's see what debuffs Vanille can get on here. Okay, we got D-Shell. It's not exactly what I want, but well, we'll get there. Or we got D-Protect. Sorry, I want to inflict D-Shell and Imperil on him. So that way I can take advantage of some elemental weaknesses and such. It may take Vanille a little while to get them in there, but this guy's going to take a long time to kill. So, you know, don't worry about how long it takes. You really want to get those debuffs on him. Man, I even got a stagger. Okay, we got D-Shell. Yeah, that's good enough. I wanted to get Imperil, but... Oh, I did get Imperil. Okay, there we go. Just go all out now. I don't even care what, well, okay, I'll use Spark Strike. I suppose that's technically the best thing. Shut up! Ow! One more potion, and then let's go with Spark Strike. I like that one. Okay, now this is Destrudo. He's charging up for a really big attack. Now, normally, you would think that you're supposed to switch to Sentinel to protect yourself from it. But actually, what you're supposed to do, the game kind of tricks you. What you're supposed to do is keep on hitting him. You hear him grunt like that? Ugh! Like that? That means you basically weakened the attack. So you won't die. Otherwise, if you don't do that, he'll probably kill you with Destrudo. So, you just gotta be careful. Did I get him? Yes! Alright. And he dies. Now, I made that look a lot easier than it actually was. It took me quite a few tries to figure out what I needed to do the first time around. Like, if you wait too long while he's charging up, he'll cast Doom on your leader, and then you've got a timer on you. So, you know, you'll run out of time, and when your leader dies, you all die. So, you know, it's game over. So you gotta be careful with that. So, alright, well, I hope you enjoyed my little tech demo of my HD PVR for Final Fantasy XIII. If the quality works reasonably well on YouTube, I'll probably make this into an LP. This is HC Bailey, signing off. Have a good day.